What it do, y'all? It's your girl Makeup and Travel, and for today's video your girl is here to bring you another video on my channel, and today's video is going to be in my favorites series. So in this series I tend to talk about favorite products. In the previous years that I've been doing this, I do tend to stick with makeup and some other splashes of beauty. Let's move that out. That's part of the favorites. Okay. In today's video I'm going to stretch it out pretty much to just favorites in my life. So we're talking gym wear, winter wear, makeup, fragrance, books, nail polish. I'm going to try and tackle all of the big categories that I tend to buy a lot of or are very important in my life. So I will try my best to do timestamps. I am recording this a couple of days early so that hopefully I can have the time to really do that. Cross your fingers. And yeah, let's just get into it. So I did record this look. This is yet another look that is going to be in that same video next week. I am going through and kind of remembering old videos that I promised you guys and bringing them to you. So stay tuned. I know somebody asked last time in my video on Wednesday what the brand of eyeshadows are. Both Wednesday and today's look were both from Menagerie Cosmetics shadows, but I can't say the palette, and it will make more sense when you see the video. So that's how we're gonna do this. Let's start off with the stuff that's in my lap because it is my gym wear. So like I said, I pretty much go to the gym 3 times a week. I try to work out 5 times a week though, because I do some things at home and outside. Anyways, I bought quite a few things over Black Friday period, and I wanted to just show off some of the products that I picked up. I would model them, but honestly, I'm just awkward, so we're not going to do that. Anyways, I did buy some Gymshark stuff, and this is inside out because I just pulled it out of my laundry basket. Let's fix this, shall we? So the first thing I'm going to talk about is I bought the kind of typical basic Gymshark leggings. I got these in the size large. I will tell you, when I took them out the packaging, it looked like a child's large. I was very concerned. Extremely concerned, but I put them on. I've now worn them for a couple of months and they fit nicely. I will say they do kind of slouch a little bit, but that's okay. I think if there was ruching in the butt area, then it would really fit my body shape a little bit better, because I do tend to have a bigger butt ratio to my waist. So leggings in general do tend to slide off of my waist, and then it looks a little stupid. But I do like the material. I think it's really nice, and these were quite cheap. I think I only paid like $20-30, and I think normally they're like $50. So I will probably never pay full price. You won't catch me doing that. But I am excited that I did get these, and I am happy. Good material. They've lasted a really long time, and they work. They work. That's all I need in gym wear, because I just really didn't have much gym wear. Well, for an adult, I had like high school stuff that I really shouldn't still have. I've already graduated from a whole master's degree. Anyways, the other product that I got from Gymshark during Black Friday were their joggers. I got these in a large too. These are quite big. So I would say, in my opinion, I've only gotten one of each, but I would size down in their joggers and maybe true to size in their leggings, depending on your body shape. But they're really comfortable. They're thick. They're not thick. They're thin, but they feel thick. So when I wear them outside, like in the winter time, I don't feel like they're paper thin, but I also don't feel like they're super thick. Oh, where are those pants? I should show you guys those too. But they're really nice. They do go up to my waist height. These are high-waisted, I believe. So that's not, sorry, that was my watch. That's not something that I extremely enjoy, but I've grown to used to it. And they do have the logo down here, and I think these were also pretty cheap, which is another reason why I picked those up. Something that I remembered, I got them from Amazon a couple of months ago now, so I will have it on the screen. These are really nice. They're nice and thick. They are the jogger pants that I go to if I want a thick jogger pants. I will say though, they do, I think these are a men's version. They mold to me, but I kind of like it. I like it because I still feel with the thickness, there's like some padding between me and the creepers at the gym, so they don't really know what my body shape is, but they know what my body shape is. So yeah, that's that. And then I also got 2 shirts that I really like, and these are both from like smaller brands. I don't remember the brands off the top of my head, but I will have the brands down below, everything linked. And this is like just a basic front t-shirt with like the brand's logo, and then it's like the workout schedule. So 4 a.m. wallow in soreness and self-pity. 4:30 stare at my motivation floating in the abyss. 5 solve laziness, tell no one. 6 share a protein shake with myself, I can't cancel that again. And 7 o'clock wrestle with the thoughts of doing it all again. I'm booked. I love this. I love it so much. It's so funny. It's me. Sarcasm all the way. So I had to pick that up. I will say though, that brand's stuff is really expensive. I want to say their shirts are like $50. You will never catch me paying that for a t-shirt. I don't care how cool the design is. I did get this on sale. I haven't picked anything else up again, mainly because I don't need more shirts. I actually need more pants, although I could afford more shirts. Anyways, I'm trying not to overspend on workout clothes and stuff, so I haven't picked up any more, but honestly, I probably could make one more order to make sure that I have enough for the days and the weeks that I don't do laundry, because that's starting to get real steep lately. And then the other shirt that I really enjoy, this is actually a black owned brand, I do know that, and it has this skull and like flowers on the front, and then on the back it says dead inside. Come on, nails, can we work with me right now? Dead inside but caffeinated with a skeleton and some hearts. And if you know me, my main field, it's all about the bones, so it just worked. All of those products really just work. I will have as much as I can linked down below. I have to go through my email honestly to find the brands for those shirts because I quite literally don't remember. Another kind of random product that's kind of a one-off. Oh, 2. Okay, so I just did laundry and that's why I'm just a bit disheveled everywhere. Anyways, some things that I picked up from Five Below. So I don't pick up a lot from Five Below. I actually picked up this little lantern thingy, my barber there, but I also picked up these like woolish gloves. I do not like gloves. It's just not a thing for me, but it's become a necessity this year. This year's winter has just been real steep. Either way, these are really nice. They were $5. They're thick, they work. There's just been one little Irish pennant since I've had them, and I've had these for months. Like I'm going on at least 3-4 months now. There's really no more extra wear and tear, and I wear these pretty much every day. Highly recommend these. $5, like come on. Okay, that's that. I also, this is something that I made this hat. Really love my hat. I've had a whole lot of compliments on it, and you know, it's a favorite because I've literally worn it pretty much every day, unless my jacket has a hood, and even then sometimes I just have to wear my hat. So really happy to have my hat, and yeah, excited about that. There are a couple of other things, like I made a thrifting order from ThredUp. Pretty much everything that I bought in that order I love. There are these Old Navy wool lined jeans. That is a must. That is a must. I have gone through those jeans. I've worn them so many times. It's ridiculous. I also got this really nice jacket as well. If I can get some pictures, I will put them on the screen. Honestly, they're stuck in my laundry basket and I really don't want to go through that beast again. And I just remembering all of these other things. I swear next month I'm gonna be more on top of things. Okay, so how am I doing? So I have 3 more categories left, which are makeup, nail polish, and fragrances. Let's hit the nail polishes because they're quite a bit, and I'm pretty sure I actually have nail swatch photos for all of them. Super excited. So the first one I want to talk about is Holo Taco's Coral Chaser. This is a really pretty, like, I think they call this like a multi-chrome in their range. Basically you get, no, they call it a holographic. You get all of the shades in this holo. It is a coral pink base though. And I find that this is one of the prettier of all of the ones that I do have. I do have a couple here and there. I actually got 2 in this order, but I just prefer this one. It just, when it hits the light, it's just spectacular. Highly recommend this brand, let alone this specific nail polish. That was the one that I was really reaching for this month because I was trying to swatch and try on all of the polishes that I had picked up. And now, thankfully, I've no polishes that need to be swatched, so I can go back in my collection and try my old loves and kind of get more use out of those. I have one more random brand, and then everything else is actually KB Shimmer, and this is Lemon Lacquer. I got a lot of use out of this one in December, and this one is in Hellstone. I love this. This is an insane multi-chrome holographic kitten. It's just everything in one. It's really pretty. Highly recommend this brand, this shade, everything. Really do. Okay, so like I said, everything else is KB Shimmer, and I have 6 to recommend. So the first one is their Hidden Potential. This is a smooth multi-chrome holographic situation with very small flecky pieces of glitter in here. I really love this brand, and I love their smooth metallic holographics. I'm sure me just playing with this, you guys have seen a whole bunch of shades in the viewfinder. It's beautiful shade. Then we got this one, which is Wrap It Up. This is another multi-chrome glittery situation, but the glitters are definitely bigger than this one. This one's more of a smooth base. This one you're going to definitely see the glitters. They're a little bit chunkier, but I love that about it. Really pretty. Once again, just an insane multi-chrome shade. Highly recommend. Then we got this one. This one is not as much. This is more of, I would say, a duochrome. It really only shifts from blue to purple with a very strong shimmer gold in there with small glitters in there too. It's a beautiful shade, not as kind of quote unquote complex as these two that I just mentioned, but still really pretty. And this is Take a Bow. I know I swatched this because I remember putting that caption on my Instagram, and if you're not following my Instagram, I'm trying to get my life up, so I would say go ahead and follow me down there. This is another one. I highly recommended this in some video, I don't even know which one. This is Solar Flare. This is their metallic version, and this is an insane multi-chrome with very thin, small, with very thin and small glitters in here. Highly recommend. Really pretty shade. I really cannot wait to put that one back on my nails. The last kind of multi-chrome that I want to talk about today is Worth a Shot. This has a base of a very nice navy-ish blue. There is a slighter kind of duochrome flip with a lighter blue, and I would say a strong like goldy shimmer in there with very small flakes of glitter. Highly recommend. Love all of these shades, all last ones. And then I do have one cream shade from them, and this is Oh My Gourd. This is a really pretty gourd shade. I really like these shades to kind of go on my nails in between all of these crazy multi-chrome shades. That's literally what I'm doing today. We're not going to pay attention to the chipped up madness, but I'm just showing you the example. So I really like these types of solid cream shades to go in between all of these really fun, exciting shimmers. And yeah, highly recommend. Get yourself some. Okay, so all of the nail polish is done. Let's do fragrance, and then we will wrap this video up with the main aspect of my channel, which is makeup. Okay, so ooh child. I actually, I didn't realize I have one skincare product that I want to talk about, and this is the Good Molecules Niacinamide. I've been really enjoying this. I did just start using this and I am already down to here. So that tells you how much I am enjoying this product. I will probably go ahead and pick up another one. I do alternate this with my AHA serum that I also have. No, not my AHA, I'm sorry, my glycolic serum that I have from, I believe, Good Molecules as well. I just really wanted to try a different serum. I haven't had two serums that I really enjoy, and I think this is going to be my second type of serum that I go back and forth with. I tend to go back and forth every other day between my glycolic serum and this serum, and then of course seal them in with my oil. I do remember that you guys have asked for a skincare video. I will be doing it. I just still need to figure out how I'm going to do the legitimate filming of it, because it'd be kind of weird to do my skincare here, but I also want to show you guys how the products wear. So just give me some time. I'm still kind of thinking out how I'm going to actually implement filming the video. Okay, so now for I only have fragrances left, and we have some Project Pan fragrances, and then we also have just fragrances that I've really been enjoying and have been surprises. So the Project Pan fragrance that I have for you guys, and I put it in the Project Pan because I was enjoying it so much, and this is going to be a sneak peek on this Project Pan, is my Jazz Club. And sis is finished. I've already finished this. It's only been in my Project Pan for a month. Completely finished it. I've really been enjoying not only using this product by itself, but I've been layering it with the KVD Saint, and then I've also tried layering it with another fragrance that I'm going to show you guys, and then also with Skylar's Salt and their Isle Breeze, Isle whatever, I don't remember, Escape Isle, whatever. Those two, I have been just layering this up a storm and wearing it by itself. Really enjoying it. I will be getting a 1 ounce. I don't know if I'm going to be getting it this season or if I'm going to wait till next season, but I definitely will be getting a full-on 1 ounce of that product. It's definitely a must-have for me personally. One of the products that I've been layering that with is actually the Calvin Klein Obsession. I've been trying to find a reason to really just put this on. It is so beautiful. It smells delicious in my opinion. It's really strong in the amber, so if you do not like amber, I would not recommend it, but I've really been enjoying this. And now that I've kind of finished that, and I have now 2 months before I add new products, I will literally just be spraying up a storm all of my different perfumes every day to just share them all, to show them all some love. Another fragrance that I've just been itching to get more use out of, and I kind of sneak it in on some of the days that I did not want to wear Jazz Club, is actually the Kaiu Invite Only. It snuck up on me. I thought this was a kind of basic vanilla, but once you let it sit on your skin and you really just wear it, I just find that it is actually unique, and it actually really does smell nice. Highly recommend this. I can't wait to really go through this bottle and then potentially get a full 1 ounce. And that would be unique because I do not have very many vanillas in my collection. Vanillas are just not something that I tend to gravitate towards typically, but that is a really nice one. And I'm pretty sure it's a vanilla base, but it's a really nice scent. The other one that, once again, I just always want to try and find a reason to actually use this is the Givenchy Le Tende Rouge. I don't know. Anyways, it's this one. It smells so good. It just smells so deep, sultry, but there's also a nice fruity kind of florally notes in there. Highly recommend. So excited that I picked that up. And then the last fragrance that I want to touch on today is actually my bedtime fragrance. I've honestly never been this high maintenance, I swear, but once I was trying to just kind of use up the sample, I realized that this is just a really calming and kind of refreshing scent to smell like when I'm going to bed. And this is the Toca Florence. I did of course get that full 1 ounce. I have been using this pretty much exclusively at night unless I'm switching it up and I'm trying out some other ones, but either way, really would highly recommend all of these scents. Of course, take the time to look at the notes, see if they're really something that you would get use out of. But if you do tend to have a similar nose and scent favorites as I do, I would definitely recommend checking those out. Okay, last but of course certainly not least are my makeup products. So let's talk about my makeup items. So I realized that I didn't really talk about any complete fails because quite honestly, I haven't had any real complete fails. I do have one, but I will save that till the very end because it was a full-on fail, like a full-on fail. Alrighty, so let's talk about my foundation. So my foundation that's in my project pan and my primer for my project pan, these two have been favorites. Not only because I think my skin has been really good because of my skincare routine and regimen, but I just think this combination is just fire. So I've really been enjoying this combination. You guys have been enjoying the combination. Favorites. Some cheek, no, we're not gonna do that today. Some cheek products that I've really been enjoying, and one is actually in my project pan, and it's actually, what is that? Is that my computer? And it's actually a blush. I've really been enjoying this product, wearing it every time I put on makeup. I'm not finding that I am disliking it or anything, and honestly I think the reason I've been really enjoying this is because of the brush that I use with it, which is actually the MAC 113, I believe. I really like how like scruffy this brush is, and it really just picks up this product really nicely. So I actually do enjoy this as a favorite too, but with this product specifically. So those are some favorites. Oh gosh, I forgot about my book favorites. Oh, I need to get through these. Okay. Sorry guys. Another cheek product that I've really been enjoying is my ABH cream blush in Peach Caramel. It's a really neutral nudie blush on me, which is what I enjoy about it. I think it's just an easy, no fuss, no muss, and it really just blends out effortlessly and just seamlessly. I just really been enjoying this product. This is a newish product to me. I did pick it up during Black Friday, and I've been getting quite a bit of use out of it, in my opinion. It's actually stuck in my top drawer, and I haven't put it back in my collection, which really tells you something. Two more cheek products that I've been really enjoying is actually my Pat McGrath Bridgerton in 002. I love this shit. It's spectacular. I know a lot of people in my complexion probably would not think to reach for this, but I love shades like this on my complexion. I find that it just pops beautifully. If you were even halfway interested, highly recommend. I will hopefully be doing a tutorial eventually with that so that you guys can see it. I've just been really working on my project pan highlighter. And another Pat McGrath palette that I've been really loving is the Divine Blush Trio. This is the darker of the two, which is Amber Allure. I love not only that I got to try her blush formula, but this highlighter is spectacular too. Pat McGrath's cheek products I am just growing to enjoy. I'm enjoying all of the products that I've tried from her range pretty much. So this may be the year of exploring more of Pat McGrath slowly, as last year was enjoying Natasha Denona. Okay, and then the rest are all eyeshadows for the makeup. So let's talk about the kind of one random eyeshadow. It is actually in this duo, and it is the black from Inglot. I would need to pop out the shade to tell you guys the name. I'm sure they only have one matte black. Let's see if I can do this without damaging the shade. Oh, I can. Okay, so this is in the shade 391. Really like this shade. This is pretty much, I would say, one of the darkest blacks that I have in my collection. I really like it, and I like this little duo. I would love to do like a get ready with me with just this duo. Just so many ideas, so little time. I've also really enjoyed these last 2 months my Silent Night palette. I don't know why I still have this packaging, from Glaminatrix Cosmetics. The formula in these metallics is just unreal. I would say though, if you have NYX glitter glue, don't try it. Just go with your finger. I found that that gave me the most longevity. If you don't need more than like a couple hours, then you could use the NYX glitter glue. I also would not spray the brush. I found that I got the same kind of breaking up of the shadow with spraying the brush as I did with NYX glitter glue. I would just recommend using your finger. But this bubble shade and this Fairy Lights, you really can't beat them. You cannot beat them. Another favorite, of course, is my Hummingbird palette, which was the collaboration between the Fancy Face, which is Tina, and Odens Eye. I really love these colors. They're bright, but you get some depth in there. You get some variety. My favorite shade in this palette is, of course, Fancy. It is spectacular and beautiful. Highly recommend. Although I don't know if it's still available. I hope it's still available. And then the last two favorites are from the same brand, and it's not Natasha Denona. Haha. So it's actually Huda Beauty, man. I know I've been ringing about this palette for years at this point, but I really like it. I like it so much. I've been getting so much use out of it. And not only did I hit pan in the concealed shade, but I have quite the dent in teased. And it's just a palette for me. And honestly, I need to just get rid of this. I don't know why I still keep this. It just needs to go, because it's quite annoying actually. But let's not do that. But just really enjoying this palette. I don't mean to shove it down your throat, but if you have it, take the time to just play with it a little bit. I'm sure you'll enjoy it. And then of course, like I said, I picked this baby up and I've really been enjoying it. I've played with all the different textures. There's only a few shadows in this palette that I have not actually put on my eyes, which are kind of these mid-tone, midi, random shades that I just did not expect to really get a lot of use out of, if we're being honest, but love it. The metallics in here are spectacular. Not only just this row, but some of these more neutrally ones are really pretty too. The mattes, beautifully pigmented, blendable as ever. Huda might be coming on that list of the brands that I want to explore more of this year. The one makeup fail that it's just truly a makeup fail. Actually, let's just go ahead and do it. We gonna do it. First of all, this primer. This is the primer that I have on my eyes today, and this is the only shade that I have from this base, but I just don't like it. It dries down way too quickly, and it dries down matte. And I just feel like my shadows aren't really being picked up on this product. They're more so gliding on top of the product. And I don't like it. I do not like it at all. I understand it's a white. I understand that. But for a full-on primer, this will not be getting used for me. I'm gonna have to repurpose this, and the way I'm probably gonna repurpose this is in two ways. I might actually use this to cut the underside of my brow. I haven't tried it, so I will try that, but also as literally a cut crease. I think this will be beautiful as a cut crease because it will dry down really nicely, and I won't actually have to set it. But as a legitimate primer, no. And then the other thing, I don't even know if this is a full-on fail, but it was more so, oh, is my candle's burning out. Oh, that's sad. I get to throw her away. Anyways, it's the Colored Rain Rebellious Nudes. This was not what I wanted. I saw this and I expected browns with different undertones. These are like reds, oranges. This is not what I asked for. I didn't ask for that. So the formula's fine. The blendability is fine. But this is a disappointment because I wanted browns and I got reds and oranges, and I did not ask for it. I didn't. No, I did not. Okay, last we're gonna round up with my books favorites for the months of December through January. I read a lot, so I apologize, but I'm gonna try and go through these quite quickly. So first is the first book in the Murderbot series. I finally got this through Kindle Unlimited, and I binge read the first book. It was really interesting story. I enjoyed being in the robot's mind and kind of seeing what they see. It was really cool. This is of course a sci-fi fantasy novel, and like I said, I think this might have been 200 pages if that, so if you were interested, I would recommend it. Then another really weird but short book that I read, and this is a horror completely. I do not read a lot of horror, but for whatever reason I just picked this up and I read it, and it's called Night of the Mannequins. This is a really interesting book where we follow teens that are haunted by a mannequin that used to be their friend. That's all I'm gonna say. Check it out if you're interested. I also have been really loving this manga series, and it is called Neverland, and basically we follow these kids who are in an orphanage and they're not allowed to leave the property, and they don't know why, and they have to study a certain things every day all day and take tests every day all day. It's quite interesting, but things do not appear as they seem. It's quite interesting. Highly recommend in case you are interested in mangas and any YA-ish mangas, because these are that is definitely a YA themed manga. Then Tessa Bailey came out with a Christmas novella type romance. Okay, this is called Window Shopping. I picked this up on Kindle. Loved it. Basically, we're following an ex-con and a department store CEO, low-key, and their romance. It is adorable. She's always wanted to be the person who like created the window displays, and he saw her and her uniqueness and her originality that she could bring to their displays, and he brought her in not only to the shopping department but also to his heart. Okay, love it. I love it. It's so much. Okay, and then the next one, I actually binged this author's books. I talked about them in my 2021 wrap-up video, and the author is P. Djeli Clark. The first book that I read from them was The Black God's Drums. This is like a sci-fi fantasy where we follow a girl in New Orleans where she's low-key a criminal but also not low-key a criminal, and she's helping out a pirate to not lose this sacred thing that is the black drums. Love it so much. Then I just had to read everything that this author has done, and so there's like this series that they have which is called the Dead June Universe. So I recommend all of the books. I've only read 2 of them. I have the third one. I plan to read them the third book this month, as it is Black History Month and this author is a black author. But this is like a fantasy sci-fi mashup where we see futuristic beings coming together, discovering mysteries that are happening in the universe where people or things are being killed, and it's great. It's great. You are literally immediately immersed into this world, and I was just sucking it up. Of course you had questions because there were new vocabulary, new beings being thrown at you left and right, and you're like, what are they? Who are they? But let me tell you, I was just enthralled with this world. I can't wait to sit down. I probably will sit down and read the third book, or really officially the first book, this weekend, because I do have this weekend off, and I can't wait. I cannot wait. The next book is Neon Gods. This is a Greek retelling of who are the two, Persephone and Hades, and honestly, if you're on Book Talk, you know. If you don't, sit back, buckle up for that ride, okay? The next book, I actually had an ARC copy through NetGalley, and this is The Lines That Define Me. This book is so good. This manga is so good. I need to pre-order. I don't know what I was thinking not doing that when Barnes & Nobles had their sale, but it's okay. I'm going to be pre-ordering this. I have to have this in my collection. This is following a teen that's dealing with grief, and they are dealing with this grief by themselves. They're secluding themselves, and this master of calligraphy finds them, and they are teaching them calligraphy, and this calligraphy is their way and their outlet for that grief. And it's beautiful. Not only the message in this manga, but also the actual illustrations in this manga. The whole thing. I can't wait for the subsequent volumes to come out. Then we have Orphan X, and so I was dumb. Okay, I have access to so many libraries because I live in a metropolitan area. And so the 5th book of this series came out, and I requested it. I picked it up, and I was in the middle of reading it, and I was like, I don't understand. How was I supposed to understand any of these things? And then I realized it was the 5th book in the series. I did subsequently finish reading the book because I felt like I had to power through, but I decided I wanted to go back and start with this series from the beginning. And I started with this book, and I'm so happy that I came back, because now I'm understanding how the individual became an orphan and like why he does what he does. I loved it. And it left off in a cliffhanger. And if I was not the insane person that places holds on so many books at the same time, I would have already binge read this series. I would have, honestly. But I am that person. I have, like I said, 3 different library accounts where I have a plethora of books checked out. And you know, they only give you but so much time. I also have Kindle Unlimited. I have my own TBR, and then I have my Goodreads TBR. The next book I want to talk about is Two Best Men, Only One Bed. And honestly, this series has been rocky for me. This is a series where we follow male romances in like this imaginary world or this imaginary place called Port Dale. I don't enjoy all of the books. I enjoy some of them, and this is just one of them. I was just really in the hankering for a male romance, and I distinctly remember wanting to read this book. And that's why I started this series. And I was just like fed up with going through all of the kind of piss poor books in the series. I just really wanted to get to this book. This book, the sheets, it was spicy. Okay, it was spicy. If you don't like spicy books, don't. If you don't like male books, don't. But I enjoy them, so I ate that book up. I also read Sweet Hand. This is the first book in a Black author series, and the series is called Island Bites. Basically, this is definitely haters to lovers, but it's not even really haters to lovers, because they don't necessarily hate each other. They just had that unfortunate situation where they met in high school, and you know, where like people are mean to you in high school, and low-key sometimes that still means they like you. That's this situation, okay? But they end up being the bride, the maid of honor, and the groom, the best man, in a wedding, and they have to meet. It was great. And the sass that sis gave him all the times that he deserved it, child. I lived for that book. I lived for it. Oh my gosh, this favorites is going to be so long. Anyways, Chef's Kiss is another book that I got an advanced reader's copy of. Another book that I would love to have a copy of electronically. I don't really buy a lot of physical mangas or graphic novels, TBA, but TBA, just so that you know. I don't even know what the... Anyways, Chef's Kiss. This is another male romance, but I really aligned and kind of connected with this graphic novel because we are following a group of 4 college students that just graduated, recent grads. A couple of them already have jobs. There's one that's actually going to further her education. And then there's yet another one where he doesn't know what he wants to do. He doesn't have a job and he's lost in the sauce. And that's so real. It's so realistic. You see him trying to get into the field that he wants to be in, and he's getting denied left and right because he doesn't have the experience. But how does he get the experience if he doesn't get hired? So I just felt so aligned to him on that. And he ended up falling into a field that he did not expect, and it worked out for him. And it just, I just really liked this book, and I felt such a connection to it that I had to tell you guys. And then the last thing, I swear, the last thing that I'm going to be talking about is a book that I'm not gonna lie, I read it through Kindle Unlimited because I want to get the limited edition copy. And it is the first book in a series. I think there are 5 books in this series, and it is called Air Awakens. This is a YA fantasy novel where we follow basically a girl who, in this world, she is like a servant. She's a servant basically in the library, and she's very inquisitive, very curious, and in this world magic is thought to be evil. Like, you shouldn't have magic. It was banished from all of these places for a reason. Long story short, she realizes that she has magic and things whirl from there. Honestly, I love it. I love the little romance. I need that to happen. Okay, it needs to happen. For me, it is a better version of Shadow and Bone. The main female character in Shadow and Bone, honestly, throw her away. Throw her all types of away. I don't like her. That's why I'm stuck on the 3rd book. I haven't finished it because I don't like her. I don't like her at all. But I enjoy my main character here. I can't wait to read the other ones, but I just wanted to read that one so I could pre-order the 5-book limited edition copies, because I love limited edition books. So yeah, this is it. I'm sure you guys did not expect nor want this long of a favorites video, but these are truly all favorites that I found in these last 2 months. Hopefully I continue on doing my favorites monthly, so my favorites are shorter. I do have some beer favorites. Are you guys interested in hearing about my beer? Are you? Let me know, because I tried some very unique beers this month, that, like, I had a cookies and cream beer. What? Let your girl know. I can start dropping hints for that too. But that's all I got for you guys today. Oh, and I had some favorite jerky. Anyways, this is all I got for you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said, next week this tutorial will be up, and try and check out down below. I will do my absolute best to link everything and also do the cards, because I know this is going to be an obscenely long video. So yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video, which will be tomorrow most likely, because I'm sure I have something else that I need to post. Alrighty guys, bye.